President said yesterday that that move is justified because President Obama targeted Flynn. He called it, quote, the biggest political crime in U.S. history. Your former Senate colleague Charles Grassley has added that Flynn was entrapped and asked on the Senate floor, what did Obama and Biden know? When did they know it? So what did you know about those moves to investigate Michael Flynn, and was there anything improper done?
Finally, someone in the mainstream media actually asking Joe Biden a real question that all Americans want to know. Joe, what did you know about this Michael Flynn case, and when did you know it?
I know nothing about those moves to investigate Michael Flynn, number one. Number two, this is all about diversion. This is a game this guy plays all the time. The country is in crisis. We're in an economic crisis, a health crisis. We're in real trouble. He should stop trying to always divert attention from the real concerns of the American people.
Number one, Joe, you were the vice president of the United States. I think you knew something. Number two, isn't that exactly what you just did? Was divert attention away from the question that you were asked?
All about diversion.
I do want to press that. You say you didn't know anything about it, but you were reported to be at a January 5th, 2017 meeting where you and the president were briefed on the FBI's plan to question Michael Flynn over those conversations he had with the Russian ambassador Kislyak.
Now, I thought you asked me whether or not I had anything to do with him being prosecuted.
Okay.
No, Joe, no. He didn't say anything about prosecution, and neither did you in your answer. You actually answered exactly no, that you didn't know anything about the investigation. Let's take a look again, just so we're all very, very clear that you knew exactly what George was saying in your answer.
I know nothing about those moves to investigate Michael Flynn.
Okay, Joe, you lied. George put you on the spot by being specific about you being in a meeting and being briefed on Michael Flynn's case. Now you got to come up with something else to say.
I'm sorry. I was aware that they asked for an investigation, but that's all I know about it, and I don't think anything else. Look, think about this. Can you imagine any other president of the United States focusing on this at the moment when the country is just absolutely concerned about their health, the health of their children, the health of their families, the health of their... I mean, we have an economic crisis. We have a health crisis. This is all about diverting attention.
Oh my goodness, there he went and did it again. Went right back to diverting attention away from the question that was asked him.
Yeah, look, it is not a distraction to bring this up. Anytime the FBI writes down on a piece of paper asking whether their motive in interviewing someone, if their end goal is to, quote, get someone to lie, in this case, getting Michael Flynn to lie, that should trouble each and every American.
Do you Americans want to know? I certainly want to know.
And they go on to say, so that we can get him fired. This is incredible what the FBI did. And again, it's not our hardworking rank and file at the FBI. Those men and women are heroes. This was some of the top officials in the Obama era. And there are very real questions now that we know that President Obama was aware of the Flynn unmasking and the former vice president, too.
Well, it's definitely troubling some Americans out there. This gentleman actually votes blue. Listen to how far he thinks it should go for these individuals that have committed these atrocious acts.
If anything should happen to James Comey, then what's your opinion on that?
Well, I think A.G. Barr and John Dermer are doing exactly what they should, which is collecting the facts. And if they can prove that case and prosecute people like the James Comeys, and I think a guy like John Brennan, what I hope will happen is they will try to find whatever the most extreme form of punishment is that they can throw at these guys. My preference, I'd love to see the death penalty. And boy, oh boy, I'll tell you, if I could flip the switch myself, I'd do it. Because these men are traitors. They absolutely assaulted not just the Trump administration, but your vote, my vote, and anybody who went to the ballot box in 2016, irrespective of who we voted for. They decided that they were going to choose the nation's political winners and losers. That's what offends me, and I think outrages most people watching this program.
You better believe that if that was on the table for anybody that was convicted of carrying out these atrocious orders, treasonous orders, there'd be a lot less of it happening. I think we all want to know the truth about what happened with Michael Flynn. I think we want justice for Michael Flynn, and we want to make sure that all the dirty cops associated with this debacle, this absolute travesty of justice, are held accountable. If you're one of them, please share this message. The mainstream media is not reporting the truth. Thank God we got at least this much out of Joe Biden. And if you like the way I deliver the news and the messages I bring, please subscribe to my podcast, The David J. Harris Jr. Show.